Alright, so first day playing live here outside of the Hard Rock. This venue is fucking beautiful, by the way. But I just lost the first bullet. I'm gonna max late raise the second one. A couple of things I wanna note here. First of all, I've said it before, but my dad sponsors me for this, and the only reason I even get to play live tournaments, which are way more expensive than what I play online, is because of that. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna input that into the results because I'm technically playing for free, quote unquote. And I'm also only getting like, if I win like $5,000, I'm only getting half or less than that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. And I also don't like recording inside the venue. But yeah, also for the Vegas trip, I saw something about not being able to record at the table, so I guess I'll just have to talk all the hands outside, and it might be a pain in the ass to edit and stuff, but I'll figure it out as I go though. But yeah, I wanted to get this shot here with the fucking guitar in the back, which is fucking beautiful. Alright, so the very first hand where I managed to get a picture of was close on the bubble, like 4 people left. I had a big stack at this point. He's not on the picture, but I covered both players. There is a limp, a raise, and I defend the queen 10 on the big blind. And as you can see, I flop open-ended and a flush draw, so I check raise. He goes all in, I call. He has pocket jacks, which is honestly one of the worst hands to see. And the run out doesn't improve me, so we lose a massive pot on the bubble, and now we are short. Now for this next hand, I didn't manage to get a picture of the all-in, but I took a picture of the stack after I won the hand. A guy's super short, he had like 5-6 bigs. He goes all in. I look down at ace jack on the button or cutoff, I think it was, and I make the call. And he had pocket sevens. I win the flip and we burst the bubble. After the bubble burst, we win some small pots here and there. Keeper chip stack, pretty safe. As you can see, had around 400k at this point. Now, soon before getting on the final table, this was my stack. I was one of the bigger stacks at the tournament. And one of the crucial hands where I got a lot of chips, I decided to flat ace jack versus a button open on the big blind. I think it's good because there were a few shorter stacks and one very short stack right before the final table, so just had to be careful. I had like between 20 and 30 bigs, and the flop comes jack high. I check raise, and then I bet the turn, and he folds, and it was a really big pot that put me like as a top 3 stack in the tournament going into the final table. This is fucking insane. I'm about to final table this, and I have 1.2 million. I think I'm second, maybe third in chips, maybe first. It's pretty close. Yeah, this is fucking insane. Also, these are the payouts. It's 10 left right now, but there's one super shorty, so
Only I can do that. Chips.
So going into the final table, I was feeling actually pretty confident that I was one of the better players left. And the first interesting spot that I pick up, I wish I took a picture or recorded this hand, by the way, but I didn't. I open pocket jacks in middle position, and the person to my left goes all in for less than 20 bigs. I actually think this was one of the better players left, so I quickly make the call. He can still have eights, he can still have stuff like that, but he ended up having ace king. So we're flipping. We cover him by not that much, but we were still live if we lost the hand. And the run out, I quite honestly don't remember it, but we do win the flip and take a player out and become, I think at this point I became the chip leader after that putt. We are not the chip leader for long though. This hand, it goes early position raise, bottom 3 bet, and the small blind just goes all in. and you can't see the bottom cards, but he had pocket queens, and then the other guy had pocket kings. So huge cooler here, and then this guy just gets a bunch of chips in this hand and another player out. Now here we end up going all in 3 ways. As you can see, I'm in the small blind. Hijack goes all in for, I think it was like 8 bigs. It was less than 10, I'm pretty sure. And then the bottom goes all in for also less than 10, like 5 or something like that. And I look at pocket 8s. Seems like an easy call. And we are in probably the best situation possible against pocket 7s against the bigger stack, and ace 5 against the shorter stack. And the run out, the flop is actually not great. He has more outs even though we make a set. Then the turn gets scary because they both turn a flush draw, but the river breaks out and we win a massive pot and eliminate 2 players. Now after winning that hand, we are a pretty big stack and there is only 4 players left. Another guy had a big stack too, and then it was a short stack and a middle stack. The short stack had like 5 blinds, definitely less than 10, and they go all in. I look down at king jack offsuit and I decided to call. He has ace 3 off, so it's a 60-40, and quite honestly don't remember the exact run out again, but I do win. I think it was either a king or a jack on the flop, and then we just held. Now after this hand, I asked the players to chop. It was already pretty late. One of them doesn't agree to it, so we keep playing, and that same player ends up pretty short, and I jam 9-5 suited on the small blind. He had less than 10 bigs, and he calls it off with like queen 9 or ace 9. He had me dominated, I remember, but we got lucky and hit the 5, and I end up making a deal with the other player. Because I have more chips, I win the trophy, and technically I win the tournament. But we did chop it up. Instead of playing heads up, it was already like 5 a.m, so we didn't really want to play anymore. And the difference was, I think, like $2,000 from first place. So it was still pretty good, and still very happy with this. So I'm super fucking happy. Here's a trophy. Absolutely fucking insane to win it. The first time I play live again. This does not happen often, by the way. This is not something you should expect, but super happy. 16k win. I mean, I couldn't lose an all-in in the final table. It was fucking crazy, and I also felt pretty confident that I was the best or second best player at the final 3 tables. So yeah, that really did help a lot on my game. I was super confident the whole time. I was playing very tight and worked out. So yeah, very happy, and got my second trophy. My first Texas Holdem trophy. The other one I have is Omaha. So